Let's talk about a mistake that 99% of math students typically get wrong at least once. Now, I don't know if it's exactly 99%, but many math students will tend to make this error. I'm sure I made this error many years ago when I was taking algebra, but the whole purpose of this video is to identify this type of error. Now, we're going to use this particular problem and a few other examples to kind of review what to do and what not to do. Okay, this is very important. And in mathematics, if you're not paying attention, and focused on the little details, everything can go haywire. So we want to avoid that. And I'm going to get into this particular common error here in a second. But before we get started, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is John, and I have been teaching middle and high school math for decades. And if you need help learning math, well, check out my math help program at tcmathacademy.com. You can find a link to that in the description below. And if this video helps you out, or if you just enjoy this content, make sure to like and subscribe, as that definitely helps me out. Now, I'm going to get to this mistake in just one second, but I want to first give you an additional pop quiz. And let's cover these problems here real quick. Okay, can you do these problems? All right, so let's call this problem number one. We'll call this problem number two. Okay, so what do you think about these particular problems? So we have x squared to the third power. So the answer for most of you, if you're not quite sure, if you got this kind of face on, I'm not sure, which one is it? It's either going to be, you got to do something with these numbers, right? It's either going to be x 2 plus 3, 5, or x to the 2 times 3, 6. Those are the most reasonable answers. So if this was a multiple choice question, most of you would be thinking, which one is it? Okay, so I'm asking you, which one is it? Now, if you answered x to the 6th power, then you are doing awesome. You don't have any question marks here. You are like, no, I got this. This isn't an A plus. Give me my A plus. Give me my 100% because I'm understanding the material. And you would be perfectly correct. Okay, so good job. I knew this was the answer. You didn't guess the answer, but you knew, in fact, when you're taking a power to a power, you multiply the outside exponent to the inside exponent. All right, so now, knowing that, what do you think about this second question, number two? All right, so hopefully, most of you are saying, okay, well, if that's what you do, you multiply the outside exponent to the inside exponent, so you would say, well, that would be x to the 4th, y to the 6th, and you would be correct again. So we'll give you a couple stars here if you knew that that was the answer. Okay, so when students are studying powers and exponents, this is a particular rule that you learn. This is the rule here, a to the m to the nth power. Okay, this is going to be a to the m times n. So when you're studying powers and exponents, there's all different type of rules that you need to follow. Now, if we understand this, we can now go to our problem. Okay, so what do students confuse? Well, many students will take this problem, let me scoot this over here, and they'll just kind of be, thinking, okay, x squared, y squared cubed, I'm going to multiply this outside exponent to the inside exponents like this, and this is, in fact, correct in this particular problem. But that's when these are factors. That's when this is a multiplication situation. This is a product, okay? Not when it's a sum. So the mistake that so many people make, they'll be like, okay, I could just multiply this times this, okay? And this will be x to the 4th plus y to the 4th. And so many students are so happy. They're like, that was so easy. Check me out, teacher. Please give me my A plus. And then when I take off -10 from their paper, their expression goes like this. And they're, what are you talking about? No, this is, the rule. No, it's not the rule, okay? This is a sum or a difference. You cannot do this. You got to think of these as binomials, like A plus B squared. Okay, now in algebra, we have a particular rule like this. So this, when you distribute this outside exponent, that's when these are factors. Okay, so if you have x cubed, y to the 1st, z to the 5th, all that squared, you can distribute all day long because these are being separated here by multiplication, not addition or subtraction. All right, so that is a very, very common error. And, now that you know that, you won't, you won't be looking like this when you take your little quiz in your algebra class. You'll be like this because you'll be like, okay, Mr. Teacher, you're not going to fool me. And teachers love to give questions like this because they know the common errors and they're going to be able to kind of see who's paying attention and who isn't. All right, so how do we handle this problem? Well, the way we handle it is to write it out exactly what it means. So we have x squared plus y squared squared, meaning we're going to multiply this by itself, right? So that's what we're going to do. So that kind of brings me to part 2 of this video here. How many of you can actually do this problem? Okay, now I'll give you a little bit of a hint. You can use the FOIL method, first, outer, inner, last. And so let's go ahead and do that now. So the first, right, you're going to do this. Now, if you don't want to see the answer quite yet, you can pause the video and do it on your own, kind of check your understanding. So x squared times x squared is what? All right, well, x squared times x squared is the same thing as x squared, okay, x squared squared, like that. As long as you know that this is going to be x to the 4th power, then that's what really counts. Okay, so now we have x squared times y squared, so we can write that as x squared y squared. Then we have y squared times x squared, so we can write that as y squared x squared. And then we have y squared times y squared, which of course would be y to the 4th power. Now, you got to look right here. These two middle terms are like terms. So I have x squared and y squared, and I have a y squared, x squared. They're the same things. I can write this y squared, x squared as x squared, y squared. So I have 2 of these guys. That's 1 here, 1 here. So I have 2 of those. This would be x to the 4th plus 2 x squared y squared plus y to the 4th. And that is the answer. And if you got that answer right, well, then definitely give yourself a gigantic happy face, an A plus, a 100%, and at least 3 stars. So if you didn't make the mistake and you're actually able to do this, that's very, very good. Okay, that's just one less common mistake that you'll have to deal with. All right, so the secret in math, all right, beyond taking notes, is to learn from your mistakes. Now, as a teacher, okay, what I like to do is emphasize common mistakes. When you've been teaching for decades, like myself, there's just like a set of mistakes that students tend to make over and over and over again. So those particular misunderstandings, I like to emphasize. And for those students that are paying attention, they're going to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to really look out for that situation because that's where a lot of students confuse. And that's really the key. Okay, it's normal to make mistakes in mathematics or mistakes in anything that you're learning. What's not going to get you any places if you're not learning from your mistakes. And so when you learn something, you got to put it down in your notes and then you got to review it and practice it. But if this little video helps you out, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. And with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.